After years of abuse, opioid painkillers have been increasingly hard to come by, and in many cases that's a good thing. But it's also made life very difficult for patients who are suffering from chronic pain and need those drugs. ONR's Ed Murray reports on a classic case of there being two sides to every story.
Pat Fuller's lifelong love affair with drums is down to just a few beats. He's lived the last 3 years with chronic, debilitating pain due to neck fusion surgery, a detached bicep, and nerve damage in both arms. The opioid Percocet, his only relief.
Good day? Oh my gosh, man. Today's been a pretty good day, yeah. I've taken 2 halves since 4 o'clock this morning, and I can talk to people, I can function without going, oh my God, man, hurting all the time.
But he couldn't function at all a couple of months ago when his neck surgeon said, no more pills.
Oh, sorry, cowboy up. Sucks to be you. Basically, that. It's like, oh, what do you mean you can't give me anymore? It's only been how many months? I'm not eating them like M&Ms.
It took a month to find a new doctor, an unbearable time for both Pat and his wife, Sarah.
I hurt like a beast. Sarah, she was almost in tears. I just sat there in my chair, couldn't function. This hurt too bad.
And there are Pat Fullers throughout our state.
We're in the middle of a chronic pain crisis, a medical crisis. Chronic pain patients are being denied their needed pain medications in order to function in life.
Tracy Kennedy is a state organizer for Don't Punish Pain.
We're hurting, and there's 25 million pain patients and chronic pain patients in the U.S., and less than 1% ever get addicted to their medication.
Back in the 60s and 70s, man, I was a drug addict. I know what it's like to be addicted. Man, I ain't getting it. I ain't doing that crap no more. And I don't take it unless I have to have it.
To keep up with your workload, just pace yourself better.
Dr. Donald Kim is a pain management specialist.
As a physician, I want to do as much as I could to give my patients a quality of life that they deserve, a reasonable quality of life. But we're restricted as well because there's so much pressure around us.
Kim says much of that pressure stems from opioid guidelines issued by the Centers for Disease Control in 2016.
The deal is there's a lot of bias with the CDC. The doctors that are involved in setting these guidelines, none of them are pain management doctors. They're all addiction doctors that are anti-opioids.
Dr. James Lynch is a pain management physician at the Oklahoma Pain Center.
So there's this big phobia that's come across. The DEA is involved in watching how much we write and everything. And so now there's limitations that have been placed on how much pain medications we can write for patients. They send in fake patients to us. The DEA sends in fake patients. They're really good with medical records and all that stuff to see if we're doing everything we can.
Yes, I do have some fears because of, yes, could I be investigated? Absolutely. Could they take my license away? Absolutely. Could I go to jail? Yeah.
But it's worth the fight for these doctors. They've seen reduced medications lead patients to disability and worse.
The DEA is forcing drug companies to decrease the amount of opioid production by 25% every year. So I think if there's less out there, I really don't see any other choice but a lot of patients taking their own lives.
Recent suicide rate has gone up to 30% who's been on chronic pain management. That's the latest statistics I heard from one of the colleagues. And so, yes, they are going to the street looking for the relief that they need, and that's leading to more dangers to patients.
A report by the Oklahoma State Department of Health shows that unintentional deaths from illegal street opiates more than doubled between 2012 and 17, while prescription opioid deaths fell by 42%. This chart shows in darker colors the highest death rates by county. Jefferson, Johnston, Cole, Pushmataha, and Muskogee lead the way.
The solution is just let us be doctors. We will take care of it. I will take care of the problems. Less people will be on disability. More people will be more functional out there if you give the control back to us.
Back in Logan County, Pat Fuller hopes his final 3 surgeries will allow him to retire the Percocet, get back to work, and to the drums. And his first free of pain song, Freebird. Ed Murray, the Oklahoma News Report.